So you failed 3 times. Let's talk about that really quick before we talk about how you started to have success. Why did these products fail? Can you talk about like knowing what you know now, like what did you do wrong? What was the problem? What was the issue? Why did these PL products fail and why did you decide to like kind of give up?
Man, the definitely thing was just the preparation. I didn't utilize any of the tools. Like, if you know anything about private label, you know you've heard of Jungle Scout, and that's basically the software where you do the product research. You can check on competition, and I had like no idea that existed. I just knew that within private labeling, you are taking a generic product from overseas and branding that generic product with your company brand and your company logo to then resell it back on Amazon. Now, I'll actually tell you the products that I had sold. So the first product was,
Yes.
I think it was about a 30 pack of these cake icing nozzles. Okay.
Okay.
It's really good. I looked at the competition and I usually judge competition by reviews. And I mean, everyone was under 50 reviews. They were doing anywhere from five to $20,000 a month. And I was like, man, this is a really good opportunity. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to bundle together 30 pieces. I think my unit price was around $13 per unit, including shipping. And I ordered 100 units for my first order. So a $1,300 investment for this product that I thought was good. And my intended resale price was going to be $29.99. So I'd make around a $10, $11 profit, I believe, roughly. And I didn't know how to market it, didn't know what Amazon PPC is. And for those of you that don't know, it's basically Amazon's pay-per-click advertising platform. And so I didn't utilize that. I did get a couple reviews from some friends and family as well, and that helped. But I mean, the sales just never took off.
Mm.
And just the product, I ended up having to sell it for $19.99, trying to blow it out at a break even or losing a little bit of money. But I learned a lot. Second product, God, iPhone cases. I mean, it's one of those items that, man, like everyone's like, oh, the new iPhone X is coming out. I'm gonna make some iPhone cases. I'm like, if it's your first product, you really need to be aware that it's a very, very competitive market. And that was just an item that I thought I could sell because there's just gonna be so much traffic going to it. But when it comes to popular items like that, the big sellers just absolutely just kill you, like the
Mm.
Spygen, the just the big brands. And the third product, what was the third product? I'll come back to you on that. I don't quite remember the third product. If I
But
do
it
remember,
didn't
I should stop.
so it didn't work out though, the third product. The first product, the second product, the third product, just
Yeah, they
nothing.
were all flops. I mean, one might have sold better than the other, but they were all just didn't work out very well.
And what was the time duration between that first product till that last product that you're still thinking of?
I'd say it was around 2 years ago. So I was in the eighth grade, and it was right leading up to summer. I'd found my first product, and I had it ordered by early June. And so I went through the whole process of selling it from June to July. And then by early August, I'd found out like this product is not going to make me any money. I need to find a way to liquidate it. And then I'd say another month's time, the second product, the same kind of routine, 1 month to 2 months time, this product is not going to sell. One more month of product research again, not utilizing any tools. Third product failed as well.
So you failed, and essentially at the time, did you? Am I getting the timeline correct? You kind of like just gave up, and you said, "I'm going to go into thrifting and book selling,"
Yeah,
and you did you end up doing that for a while?
yes, I ended up doing that because I was juggling book selling and selling electronics and private label at the same time. And the way I was making all this money to start a private label was from selling the books and the video games. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just push private label off to the side for a little while
Right.
and go full time into books and CDs and video games and stuff along those lines. Those kind of one off items.
So how did you end up getting back into private label and now building this business out where, and you can discuss how many products you have and exactly how much money you're making and different things like that. But how did you get back into it again? Because you had given up, you were essentially defeated, right? You
Mhm.
probably were thinking to yourself, this doesn't work, or maybe this isn't for me. So take us to that defeat to now getting back onto it again.
I mean, I had that same kind of mindset, like maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm too young. I don't know enough about it. And at the time of reselling books and CDs, it was getting really, really laborious. I mean, I was going to book sales every weekend, Friday nights, having to give those up to go to preview sales for book sales. And it was just a lot of labor. It took hours and hours to make these shipments. I'm like, and it's hard with still being in high school because I mean, you have 8 hour days from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then extracurricular activities. So for me to have something that was more efficient, I mean, I needed it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to give private label one more shot. Other people were having success with it. I'm like, I'm going to give it a shot. And I decided to go do a lot more research up front. I didn't end up buying a course. I learned a large percentage from YouTube and online blogs as well. And probably the biggest thing that I learned that just made me successful is probably using Jungle Scout. I mean, immensely important, especially when doing the product research and everything. Because I mean, if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have found that product. I probably would have gone through the same routine of just scrolling through Amazon trying to find a product. And once I'd found a product that I thought had sold well, I still sell it to this day. And it's making me some really good money. And I was just extremely blessed. And that's kind of how my whole private label journey started.